The US seems to be turning up the heat on India once again, as President Trump has warned that New Delhi will continue to pay massive tariffs if it does not halt its purchases of Russian oil. Speaking to reporters aboard Air Force One, Trump said India will face steep economic penalties if it keeps buying crude from Moscow, framing it as a direct challenge to the ongoing US efforts to isolate Russia over its war in Ukraine. Here's what he said.
I spoke with Prime Minister Modi of India, and he said he's not going to be doing the Russian oil thing, so that's it.
But why would India say that they're not going to do?
I don't know, but if they want to say that, then they'll just continue to pay massive tariffs, and they don't want to do that.
In fact, his latest comments coming just days after he publicly claimed that India assured him that it would stop importing Russian oil. Trump's claims were immediately pushed back upon by New Delhi. India's Ministry of External Affairs, remember, firmly denied that any such conversation took place, stating it was not aware of any telephone call between the two leaders. The ministry also emphasized that India's top priority is to safeguard the interests of the Indian consumer.
On the question of whether there was a conversation or a telephone call between Prime Minister Modi and President Trump, I am not aware of any conversation yesterday between the two leaders.
Trade tensions between the two sides have escalated sharply in recent months after Washington doubled tariffs on Indian goods to, in fact, according to the US officials, nearly half of the tariff hikes are a direct response to India's ongoing oil trade with Russia. Washington arguing that such revenues help fund Russia's war efforts. India has defended its energy strategy, stating that it is diversifying sources to meet market demands. After Western nations reduced their imports from Russia, India emerged as the largest buyer of discounted Russian seaborne oil. Meanwhile, trade negotiations between the two sides are ongoing. An Indian delegation returned from Washington last week after holding what the officials described as congenial talks. However, there has been little indication of a breakthrough on the oil issue or on the steep tariffs that remain in place, with both countries navigating this complex mix of strategic, economic, geopolitical interests. It seems Trump's hardline obsession when it comes to Russian oil could continue to cast a long shadow over his relations with India. To stay up to speed with the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.